is a firewall? Firewall is a technique to secure the network of computer systems. These are used to filter the network. That is, it is used to avoid spreading unauthorized things in any network. These things can be viruses, trojans, spyware, malicious links, etc. How do firewall work? A firewall is also called the system for providing two-way protection. When users connect to the internet on their computer or another device, all harmful software on the internet is afraid of coming into the machine. A firewall works as a protective shield among these networks. This is the work of a firewall. Features of firewall. The firewall monitors all traffic entering your computer network. The firewall does double duty, as the firewall also monitors traffic going out of the network. Without firewall security, hackers can easily hack your computer and harm you by spreading a virus. Having a firewall keeps hackers out of your network. A computer is connected to another computer by networking. If you share a file, that time firewall will also protect your computer from viruses coming from another computer. If you have a virus on your computer, the firewall prevents it from going to another computer. A web filter firewall is defined as a software program. It oversees the data packets that the computer sends. It can also use it to prevent employees from accessing specific sites. Bandwidth control is sometimes referred to as shape traffic, which is the best feature of the firewall. With firewalls, you can control bandwidth available to sites, applications, and users. Virtual private networks are created using public wires, usually the internet, to connect users or regional offices remotely located in a company's private, internal network. It can also use to secure two sites. Types of firewall. Hardware firewall. Software firewall. Hardware firewall is an excellent and powerful firewall. You don't need to buy hardware firewall separately, as it's already installed in most router and modem. Whenever you connect your router or modem to your computer gets a hardware firewall enable and sees every package coming from the internet by examining it with your computer's network ID. All devices you connect with that Wi-Fi router will be protected from all firewalls. The hardware firewall task is that when you use the internet, the computer you're using data from sends the server of the website. The firewall adds the ID of your network with that data. The firewall verifies whether your network ID is with that data when the website server sends data to your computer. If ID match, the firewall will allow it to come to your computer. If the data doesn't have a network ID, the firewall won't let it go to your laptop but block it before it arrives. Software firewall also works just like the hardware firewall, and if virus or malware comes from what is said in our computer, it prevents it from going to connected computer in the local area. Firewall software we call antivirus, which is already installed on our computer, or we can also install it. A computer contains an inbuilt firewall already in all operating systems such as Windows 7, 8, 10, Vista. 5 basic types of network firewalls. Packet filtering firewall. Packet filtering or stateless firewalls work by inspecting individual packets in isolation. They are unaware of the connection state and can only allow or deny packets based on separate packet headers. Stateful inspection firewalls. Stateful firewalls can determine the connection status of packets, which makes them more flexible than stateless firewalls. They work by collecting related packets until they can determine the connection status before any firewall rules are applied to traffic. Application firewalls. Application firewalls go a step further by analyzing data being transmitted, allowing network traffic to be matched against firewall rules specific to individual services or applications. These are also known as proxy-based firewalls. Software firewalls are available on all modern operating systems and can also be provided by hardware firewall devices such as routers or firewall devices. Next-generation firewalls. Next-generation firewalls, NGFW, use traditional firewall technology and combine it with other functionality, such as encrypted traffic inspection, intrusion prevention systems, cloud-delivered threat intelligence, antivirus software, and more. These prevent modern threats such as advanced malware and application layer attack and detect them within seconds, allowing the user to act swiftly and avoid as much damage as possible. Proxy Firewall. A proxy firewall is the gateway for one specific application from one network to another network. These provide additional functionality, such as content caching and security, because they prevent connections from outside the network. Proxy firewalls filter traffic in the application as it acts as the intermediary between two end systems. One advantage of using proxy firewalls is that any machine outside of the network being protected can only collect specific information about the web because they are never directly connected. Limitation of firewall. Firewalls cannot prevent internal users from accessing malicious code websites, which can make users' education important. A firewall can't protect you if your security policy is too dull. It can't prevent users or attackers from moving in or out of internal networks with modem, bypassing the firewall and its security altogether. Advantage of firewall. The firewall prevents the virus from coming into your computer, and if you have a virus in your computer, it also prevents it from going to another. All entering traffic comes on a computer. The firewall monitors and allows them to be the best for our computer according to security. If your computer is through connect to networking from another computer and you are then sharing a file, the firewall prevents the virus coming from another computer from coming into your computer. Disadvantages of firewall. It protects the computer from a wrong network, but if floppy disk, malware, virus, or any harmful software in the laptop comes into the system, then the firewall system cannot protect it. It can also slow your system's speed by using more of your system's resources, such as CPU, RAM. If you are using a software firewall, the firewall protects only the computer that contains the firewall installed. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.